Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now today is Sunday, so you know what that means. We're going around the net with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. So on the docket for this week, we've got two Capital One stories and we have two American Express stories. Of course, the marquee story here being the rumors of the refresh gold card are finally here in great detail, plus basically a confirmation that it is coming soon from the Amex top boss. So we'll break down all of it. So get ready to go extreme couponing with me once more. If that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, we will start lead off out of Capital One's camp. So, following up on the Walmart Capital One breakup, you know, Walmart is taking their ball and going home, except I guess this time they're actually leaving their ball because they're leaving the entire portfolio of credit cards behind. Capital One is retaining those, as you know. So, what happens to those existing Walmart credit cards? Well, we, predicted, and this wasn't exactly like a Nostradamus claim over here, that those cards would be at some point converted to a Quicksilver card, and that is the case because Capital One is now sending out letters to cardholders of the Walmart card saying the same thing. They will be turned into Quicksilver cards. Looks like it's going to start out into September. I think by end of September, everyone should be converted over. I think September 30th was like the final date in there, but sometimes these things take a little bit longer. Overall, I mean, it sucks, but that was the easiest comp, right? Because that's it's a no annual fee, easy card, 1.5x. Does Capital One particularly care? No, they just need to do something with the portfolio. There's an existing card. It would be nice if they included a spend bonus or something, a conversion bonus to get people using the card. I do think they're banking on a lot of people honestly won't care. The masses of people say, oh, well, that sucks, but here's my new card, and they'll just go along using it. Quicksilver, basically worthless for most people here. If you're just out bonus hunting and want a few bucks, you could definitely go apply for a Quicksilver card now. Capital One, kind of sensitive there. They do a tri-merge credit pool. Doesn't bother me one bit. It gets other people very irate. So it's kind of up to you on that one. It's only really $200. You're not missing out on a ton. Again, they are very sensitive though, so it might not really even be worth the chance. It's really just where you're at. But again, we thought that was coming. So, we yet to see where Walmart will actually land. I've seen Synchrony is the rumor or the front runner. I think they have the Sam's Club lineup. It seems silly to end up in Synchrony. There was also a rumor they wanted to bring it in-house and do it themselves. They also said they had left Capital One, for customer service reasons and things like that. So I generally don't hear people saying nice things about Synchrony over a major bank, but hey, we will wait for the other half of this story to conclude, which that is going to be the more interesting part, other than just here's a plain Jane Quicksilver card. But, one thing they could not have done is turn this card into the Savor One rewards. Not the Savor One rewards everyone thinks of, but the one with an annual fee, because Capital One has or had two versions, right? So there's one they'd be happy to sell you for $95, and the other one was the one that everyone else got, which was the free one. We know this because Capital One has now retired the annual fee one. We're keeping the free card. So there's probably going to be a lot of clickbaity headlines and topics. I know when I wrote this up for profitable content, I was like, I got to at least specify this is the $95 one in the headline, because without it, it reads like, oh my gosh, they're getting rid of like a powerhouse card. Again, the Savor One was runner-up in the Credit Card Madness tournament this year, which was crazy in its own right. But anyhow, let's take a look at what they had to say here. And so this is just a standard spokesperson from the bank. They didn't give a name. Apparently, we don't say spokesman anymore. It's spokesperson. Got it. So we're always listening to customers and evaluating our products for the right offerings. Based on this, we've made the decision to remove Savor as a card offering. Again, they probably could have specified the name, but whatever. Existing cardholders will not be affected by the change. The issuer confirms this card will continue to maintain this $95 annual fee, and we are still offering the following rewards: 4% back on dining, eligible streaming service, entertainment, and that was really what you were paying for. 3 back on grocery stores. Of course, they have the travel component, and then the 1x and everything else. That is coming to us from NerdWallet. I mean, it makes perfect sense. If people are happy to pay you $95 annual fee, why would you stop letting them do that, right? So why convert those cards? Of course, the boss move would have been to just merge them all into one, have the 4x be the standard free one, because then I still think the Savor is a really good card now, but you punch it up to 4x, match like the U.S. Bank Altitude Go and like a few other 4x cards, Wells Fargo Tune, for example, then you really got something there, right? But I don't think it was ever worth $95 to get that one extra multiplier. It just wasn't. So it made sense why continue to having to support. I mean, they're still gonna have to support the portfolio. Obviously, they're leaving people on that product, but why? It's just a different like backline support versus having to maintain the whole thing. So made a lot of sense. There you go. Don't fall for the hyped headlines. They're still keeping the Savor that they have. Now on to going from Capital One to more highbrow, if you will. American Express. American Express is continuing their quest for lounges. This time opening a brand new Centurion Lounge. This time we're going out to DC. So we've got some pictures, compliments of the press release. It's a lot of words. I can't be bothered to read the full press release. All you care about is the pictures anyways, and the stats. So we are in Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, DCA, if you're one of those people who knows the abbreviations. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at 12,000 square feet of lounge in Terminal 2, a little bit past security checkpoint. The hours, you're looking at Sunday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., and then Saturday, they want to go home a little bit early, so it's 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. Again, pictures on screen, compliments of the blog post from American Express. You know the rule here. I mean, everything looks nice when it's brand new. I mean, I don't expect anything less from the Centurion Lounge, especially the newer ones they've been refreshing do look pretty good. So I have no doubts there. 12,000 square feet. I mean, I think they're always going to, end up being crowded because they've been selling platinum cards forever and ever and ever. But it should be doable for a while. So again, I do have a business platinum. I guess I could go right now, but I probably won't. So if you do go, send pictures, let us know how it is, check in, you can be our live correspondent from the road, but we do like to see them expanding the lounges. Now, if you're, not into platinum, perhaps you like gold, well then now is your time, because the gold card has long since been rumored to get a refresh. It wasn't so much a rumor, it's more so beginning of the year, I want to say the Amex boss was like in an earnings call, like, hey, look, we're going to refresh like 40 products globally. Now, this is the U.S. We don't care about other markets, so we had to go figure out what products were still remaining. And they did refresh a few already, and with the gold card was kind of primed for an update. Not that people wanted it, but just objectively, that was, it's been the same for a while. And I do think the gold card's probably more of a loss leader for them. I mean, as far as the coupons go, it's fairly easy to use between Uber Cash and that dining credit. And then, of course, you have to eat. You're either going to the grocery store or you're going to a restaurant, right? So the gold card, it's at least manageable, the old version, at least manageable in credits and coupons, in my opinion. So the rumors here, well, one, we have a tip from the Amex top boss in the last earnings call that it is coming, and then we have the rumors again. I think these came from a few places. We swiped them from the good doctor, but let's take a look here. So first of all, I mean, we have a quick line, from the last earning call. So we look forward to announcing our refreshed U.S. Consumer Gold Card in the coming weeks. It's got to be a pain to have to talk like that. It's a U.S. Consumer Gold. Just say the gold card, personal gold. That's how everyone talks. But anyhow, what are you getting potentially in this new card? Well, you knew it wasn't going to be cheaper. Annual fee increases from $250 to $325. Intro offer looks like it could be 60,000 points plus 20% back on restaurants up to $100. So there you go. Maybe it depends on how you value all that, but not a terrible intro offer. You do get the white gold colorway. That's going to be an option as well, which we talked about earlier in the year. I'll put one on screen for you again if I can find it. Here you go, extreme couponing edition. So $7 monthly Dunkin' Donuts credit if you'd like. $50 semi-annual Resi credit. Everyone knew that was coming. Vertical stack integration, not a surprise. The restaurant's multiplier does get a cap of $50,000, which still seems reasonable. But that means some people were hitting it really hard. Removing Milk Bar and Shake Shack from the food credit, but they're adding Five Guys. I don't know what Milk Bar is. I used to call it the Shake Shack credit. So there you go. And then the remaining, the $10 monthly Uber Cash still remains. So, I feel like this is the part where I'm supposed to be outraged. That seems like what's supposed to happen. I don't think anyone's going to love it. I don't know anyone sitting there like, yes, finally, I can go get a donut once a month. I don't know if anyone's saying that. But I also feel like it's not so much a departure from the core competencies of the card anyways, that it's probably fine, I don't know. It's probably fine. That's the best I have. Do I like the changes? Would I rather than make it $75 more expensive? No, but for me, if I run down the list, I think keeping white gold or making white gold an option is much smarter than we would think, because people care about colors, right? It's kind of why phones generally have a mid-cycle refresh and it's just a new color, but it gets it back in the news and people can go get it. If you were on the fence, well, it's enough to get you to upgrade, even though it's just snapping a new back on something. It's not that big of a deal, right, for a large manufacturer. But I think the white gold will be huge. Do they keep rose gold in the lineup? I personally think they should yank rose gold, swap it with white gold. Rose was cool when it was limited edition, but now it's just an option, but I could see them keeping all three, like whatever. Pick whatever color you want. Swapping out Shake Shack for Five Guys. This will upset some of you foodies. To me, it's the same thing. They both sell cheeseburgers. Do you want yours in a greasy bag with a bunch of fries dumped in there so you feel like you got more? Do you want I don't know, whatever Shake Shack does? I like them both. I'm not anti either one of them. I guess I lean Shake Shack because there was one in the lobby of an office building where I worked. So, there just wasn't a Five Guys. Well, there was Five Guys. But it was like walking. You had to walk away. So I think it's an even swap, whatever. So yeah, it's just Resi is going to be hit or miss for a lot of people. We kind of knew the Resi thing was going to happen. So, if you're still able to max out the groceries deal and you're doing, legit traveling with your MR points, then I think you'll still probably be able to get value here. Dunkin's not terrible, honestly. So I think it's fine. I think it could have been a lot worse. I guess we'll just sum it up here. I think it could have been a lot worse. I think the changes, are okay because they're still somewhat based around the core of the card. And if you've been using the card, then you've already been using your Uber Cash, which stays. You've already been using your food credit at Shake Shack or something, which stays and just is adding a different partner. So you're probably fine with it already. So for that reason, I don't think, they ruined it. And I think it could have been a lot worse. There's some other cards in the lineup that got hosed way worse. Like the Platinum card losing unlimited lounge access at Sky Clubs is way worse than this. So I think that some of the Delta changes overall were way worse than this. So, this isn't terrible. I just don't think anyone's going to love it, but again, I don't think you'll hate it either. So, weirdly enough, I think it's meh. And I feel like I'm wasting a video and not being outraged enough. Maybe I'll be outraged. I mean, again, they're just rumors, so, we're going to talk about this one more time, at least when it comes out. Maybe I'll be outraged by then. It's also easy for me to say when I don't have the card or have any interest in it either. I would like to see the intro offer be a little bit higher than 60,000. I feel like they've gone higher in the past, but whatever, there you go. So we'll talk about full strategy and everything, keep cancel when we know this is official. For right now, they're just rumors. Would I bet money that this probably is it? Yes, I think this is going to be it, but we'll save that for then. So anyways, based on these rumors, let me know down below, how outraged are you? How much fire would you cram into your YouTube thumbnail for this video? Love to see your thoughts on that and all the rest of it as well. So of course, if you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you find it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channels. We're posting content just like this every single week, and of course, right back every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. And as we said, every single day over on ProfitableContent.com, the channel's blog. We not only have the latest news stories just like this, we have bank promotions, which, rarely outrage me, and we have credit card offers, some from American Express. So if you'd like the gold card to lock it in at, the existing fee, you might as well pick it up now. I think it is a 60,000 point offer. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.